Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics for the Nintendo Switch is the compilation board game extravaganza that I've been waiting for, and today I want to tell you about my modern Switch memories with this title. So yeah, usually when I do my collection videos like these, I like to do games from the past, but no game is off limits, and I recently got Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics, and I've been having a blast with it. I was a fan of the Clubhouse games for the Nintendo DS, and got to play that a little bit, but mostly by myself. But during these times when we're indoors a whole lot, this is the greatest game that ever existed. So this is really cool. I collected and played board games my entire life, and just having 51 in one package is awesome. And it's just not board games. This is a content-rich collection that includes board games, card games, sports games, variety games, single-player games, multiplayer games, and in fact, over 40 games can be played with multiple people. 40 of the 51, you don't have to play by yourself. You can in fact play with someone else, and it's multiplayer. It's usually 2 players. I don't know if we've had any more that's over 2. I can't speak on that because usually this is my spouse and I playing weekend after weekend after weekend, and we played we call them new classics games that we might have played when we were younger, but we're playing now, like Mancala. I actually did a gameplay video, I'll link in the description, but that's a really cool marble-based game where you're moving marbles to get to your destination. You have dots and boxes. I love this. I remember playing this in elementary schools on rainy days, on recesses. So my heart really, really is attached to this. Where it's also called the initial game, where you're just lining up dots with lines, and you get a turn to place a line. And then whoever has the most completed boxes by the end wins. There's Yacht Dice, and I love these kind of generic names. Of course, they can't use Yahtzee, but this is definitely one of our favorites in in our household. Playing Yacht Dice, Yahtzee, was a treasure of mine when I was younger. My mom, like on the weekends, Saturdays or Sundays, we'd go to the library, we'd come home, and we'd just start playing Yahtzee. So we've been a gaming family, not just video games, but card games, board games, since my entire life. So being able to have these classics that I played and new ones that I haven't is really fun. The visuals are great. The sound effects are mellow and calming, and there's just a variety of different things to do here. And it's also really cool because my spouse doesn't have a copy of this game, so we're playing on one system. You only need one copy of this game to play all the games. And how do you do that? Well, you need 2 Switches, of course. So my spouse has her Animal Crossing Special Edition Switch, and she downloaded the demo to Clubhouse Games. And then just having the demo and then doing local wireless, we were able to play the multiplayer games that require 2 screens. So like the card games, you definitely, like if you're gonna play like poker and that kind of stuff, you're gonna need your own hand, right? You're gonna need your own screen that the other player can't see. So that's where you want to get that downloadable demo to do that on the second Switch. So that's really neat. You can also play these games, most of the games on one Switch. Another one of my favorite games is, of course, Hit and Blow. I played that when I was younger. A lot of my memories are coming from elementary school between 1st and 6th grade. So I think we probably played a lot of these inside the classroom. Again, rainy days or activity days, that kind of stuff. Hex is fun. Checkers. There's just so many of these. If I have the time and if I have the ability to get through all of these, then I will definitely do like a tier list of my favorite games, because some of these are not as great as, say, their mainstream counterparts. So for instance, Ludo, for me, that is Sorry. If you played Sorry in real life, if you ever played that digitally, then Ludo is where Sorry comes from. And definitely I prefer Sorry over Ludo, because especially when it's a digital, it just becomes you're just pressing a button at the very end, hoping you're going to get the right dice in order to get into your destination. But you know what? I'm getting a little too nitty-gritty. This entire thing just to be about my joy about this game. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it exists on Nintendo Switch, on a modern console, and it's actually made by Nintendo. So that means that it is very much free of like glitches and all those kind of things. I could have definitely picked it up digitally, but I like having a physical copy in my collection that I can go and look at the box and show it off to you. So if you're thinking about getting this, it's a game that's worthy of your dollars, of your playtime, especially if you like this kind of stuff. So I would say go out and get it, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. Let me know in the comments what you think about Clubhouse Games Worldwide Classics. Have you played it? What's your favorite games on this? Do you like board games? Do you like card games? I would love to hear from you. As always, thanks for joining the party, listening to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next exciting collection video.